Okay, so I just wanted to show you real quick what we're going to be doing today. I've got several little bags of this stuff that I've collected up. Anyway, I did a little video on this stuff a while back, but anyway, I've got several little bags of this stuff that's been cleaned out that I haven't cut up yet. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my trusty dusty cutters and dig some more of this stuff out, cut it up, and then we are going to make a nice little impression casting today. We're going to do the Eye of Rah, an Egyptian Eye of Rah coin. So I'll get back to you in just a minute when I get some more of this stuff out and start cutting it up. And then when we're done cutting it up, we're going to weigh us out a troy ounce. And this is all sterling silver, by the way. But we'll weigh us out a troy ounce of this, or a little bit more than a troy ounce. And we'll go out back and cast us an Eye of Rah coin. So we'll be back at you in just a few. Very monotonous job, but worth it. Okay, so the monotonous, boring part is over. We got a bunch of this cut up. So we're gonna weigh us out a troy ounce of this sterling, which there's a little bit of wax and polish and stuff on it, so we're actually gonna do a little more than that. And we are going to cast an Eye of Rah coin. Alright, so let's get us an ounce of this stuff, a troy ounce. A bit more. Okay, we're going to actually do probably about 32 grams. Because I know there's going to be a little bit of loss. So there's 32.222 grams. So we'll take that out back and get our mold set up and cast us a Egyptian Eye of Rah coin. Back in a few. Okay, so we are outside. There's our little impression mold. Some casting sand. I'll try this out, see how it works. Here's our silver. I'm going to go ahead and melt it down once to clean it, and then I'm going to put it in my other dish and melt it down again, and then we will see how our little casting works out. So we'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and melt our silver down. Probably a couple batches, then reweigh it and make sure we have enough. But this is going to smoke a little bit because we just cleaning it up right now. And our silver's starting to come together pretty good. go ahead and quench this off when it cools up, and by looking at this I think I'm going to have to go get another troy ounce of silver, because this is not going to be enough to pour this mold. So I will be back in just a few. Okay, so what I ended up having to do after looking at this and melting my first ounce of sterling, I didn't think that an ounce was going to be enough to pour this, so I went and got another ounce, and let's weigh it up now. This is what we got out of our first one and our second one now. So we have 64.49 grams. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and remelt this now in our pouring crucible, and then we will go ahead and pour our little Eye of Rah and see how it turns out. So we'll be back with you in just a few. Okay, so we've heated up our dish. We're going to go ahead and put our couple ounces of silver in there, and we're going to start getting ready to cast this Eye of Rah. I think I'm going to try it, see what happens. You can always redo it if it don't come out. And I don't even think that that was enough metal. Well, we did get a nice pour, we just didn't have enough metal. So we will have to try it again. We got a partial, but I guess it's going to take maybe 3 or 4 ounces to pour this. So if at first you don't succeed, try again. We'll get back to you in just a few when we get ourselves set up again. Okay, well, you saw the first fail with our 2-ounce pour. So now I was going to do a 3-ounce pour, and I decided to just go ahead and make it 100 grams. So to make sure, well, after quite a bit, it's finally starting to melt again. And you don't have a huge torch, and you start getting over around 100 grams of metal or more. Pretty hard to get it to do anything fast. But anyway, we're starting to get it to go down in the center. Starting to pull together now. And hopefully this one will do it. If not, nice 100 grams, this ought to do it. Like it might be too much. But we're going to see what happens anyway. I think we got it. I think we're going to have a perfect pour. Oh, I hope so. It's looking really good. Oh man, boy, I hope that did it. But it's looking really nice. got us a beautiful pour. Our mold held together pretty good. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to go ahead and go scrape that out, and then I'll show you what we ended up with. Okay, we cleaned our mold out, and we absolutely got a perfect pour. So we are going to stick that in the pickle pot, get all the stuff off of it, and then we will go polish her up. Well, it's nice and heavy. Came out even and perfect. Really good. I'm really happy with that. Well, I guess it's not a fail video after all. Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and drop this in the pickle pot, and we'll get back with you all in a bit. Okay, here's our finished little prize. Got her all marked and stamped. It's our 100-gram Eye of Rah round. Granted, it ain't as pretty as one of these dudes, but you gotta remember one thing. These dudes are a dime a dozen. These aren't. These are a one of a kind. Well, I hope you enjoyed our little video, and we'll get back at you pretty soon with something else. Have a good one.